run.
Hi Jay.
Hello there, you alright?
Sitting here with Jay Woodham at the WMC Camp in Lamai on Koh Samui. Jay Woodham is just back in training after pulling out of the One King Champions Club Thailand 4-man. Jay, tell us a little bit about your knee. What's up with your knee, mate?
Yeah, well, in the fight, it's all going fine, everything's fine. We're looking, checking, we're very even. As the fight went on, we're checking low kicks, I'm low kicking him. And I can't really remember, I think I've gone to throw a big right and I've had all my weight on my front leg. And his legs come up and just push my kneecap in a very awkward position. I've put my arm down straight away, like, until finished. And he keeps on kicking. The ref just thinks I've just hurt my leg. And in my corner, we're like, no, there's something wrong with his knee. Counted me out, and that was it. It's just a silly thing, really. It wasn't he kicked me particularly hard in the leg and I had to stop. It was just that injury on the knee. That was it, really. Nothing else. But now, touch wood, it's fine. Went running this morning. Been hitting the bag. I didn't do any pad work. Just took it easy. Just hit the bag a bit. Went around, trying my kicks out. Realised now as well I've got bruised shin, but that'll be fine in a couple of days. Yeah, and that's it really. First one back today.
Very disappointed for you, mate. Many people said to me afterwards it looked like it was developing into a really promising fight, like it was going to be a big fight, and you kind of eased into it the first 30-60 seconds and then it happened. How do you feel about the fight? If it wouldn't have gone the way it did with your knee, what do you think it would have happened, mate?
I think it would have been a very good and a hard fight for me as well. He was very good, very strong. I could feel his strength in his kicks, and he had a good base. He wasn't wobbling. He wasn't scared either. I think he was the same as me when he kicked me. Yeah, he smiled. That was good. I smiled back at him. We were both very similar. But I heard he was good in the clinch, which I didn't get to see. And I'm quite good with my push kick, so it would have been him coming to me pushing him away. It would have turned out a good fight, really. But I think I would have edged it just on the push kicks. I've got longer arms. If I'd have done my good game plan, it would have been a good fight for everyone to watch.
So you think when you're really 100% fit, you'd have a crack at him again?
When I'm on, it'll be on.
So like Yusuf, Jay Woodham is a fight that can happen again in the future?
Definitely.
And you'd like this fight?
I'd like it a lot.
Yeah.
I'd like that fight to show what I'm all about, not just somebody who got kicked in the knee. Because to me, they might think, oh yeah, we won't fight him, it's an easy fight. And I want to show them it's not an easy fight.
You prepared very hard for this tournament, so you must be pretty disappointed.
Yeah, I'm very disappointed, but you know, these things happen, you just move on. Everything happens for a reason.
Next fight coming up?
Next fight, hopefully, in China on the 7th of February. There's me, Matsua, Charlie who trains here, and I think Rafael Simoninis.
Tell your fans a little bit about how you're living right now. What's your day-to-day program? What's your plans for the next few months?
Yeah, well, day-to-day program is up 6:30. We go for a run. I think it's about 6K. Come back. We're hitting the pads. I've got my own pad man who works with me, Padang. He's very good with the boxing. Just doing 5 rounds of everything, then 2 rounds of the boxing. And then do a bit of sparring, clinching. Need a bag 300-400 times, go over the road to the gym, do the sit-ups, and that's your morning session. And in the afternoon, go for a shorter run, same amount of pads, a lot more clinching, some kick sparring, as long as it's not too close to the fight because you don't want to get into your shins. And then we need a bag again, and there's a hill just at the back of us. We run up and down that 10 times, and then that's it, done for the day. And just go and relax.
I've heard you're planning to stay a little longer this time.
Hopefully, yeah, if I can get some sort of sponsor on the go, I'll get a bit more money. Nothing for me to go home back for. Nothing, got no car, no house, no girlfriend, no nothing. Maybe I can go home for my mum's cooking, but you know, I can put up with the Thai food for the minute. And that's about it, yeah, I really want to stay, I'm really into it.
So like what kind of time frame would you be looking at? Staying here for a year maybe?
Yeah, a year minimum. You know, we'll see what happens. If I've got bigger fights and got more money, I'll stay another year. Just keep staying. There's nothing to go back for.
Have you had any fights in the big stadiums in Bangkok yet?
No, I haven't. No, not yet. The last fight I had, like I said, was in the King's, your show, and the King I King. That was in Pattaya, and that's the only time. The rest of the fights were in Pekpunchar.
So now next step is maybe fight some better guys?
Definitely want to get up there and show everyone what I can do.
Start making a bit of a name for yourself in Lumpini, Rajadam Nur?
Yeah, definitely.
You're up for that?
I'm up for that. I'm up for anything. When anyone wants to throw it to me, I'm up for it.
Good to hear it, mate. Jay, tell us a little bit about your life up until now. How did you get into Thai boxing, mate?
Oh, well, I started when I was 15 years old. Well, a friend of mine done kickboxing in the same club. And I went to that club, and it was for juniors, but I was too old for that class. I was quite a big 15-year-old. So they sent me to the adult class, which was the Thai boxing. Done it for a week, 2 weeks. The trainer said, "Oh, you're quite good. I see something in you. You know, you carry on coming, you'll be good." Done my first grading, and that was it. And then straight away, 6 months, right, you're fighting. I was like, "Yep, okay, no worries." And just had a fight, and that was it. From there, never stopped.
How many fights you had now, mate?
35.
And your record?
I think it's only 14 wins, 21 losses, 11 wins by KO. Okay. What I'd done early on in my career, I fought all of the top boys straight away. Maybe a bit early, and I got a few losses that way, but only losses on points, and they all went down as really, really good fights. So for me, record's not really much. I know people who've had 10 fights and 10 wins, and you ask them who they fought, you haven't heard of any of them. You ask anyone who I've fought, and you've heard of every single one of them in England.
For example, give me some names.
I fought Craig Joes 3 times, who is the Power Scotland champion, he's European champion. I fought Dave Paquette from the Contender twice. I fought Michael Wakelin twice, who's the famous Stephen Wakelin's brother. I fought a lad called Phil Pullen twice, who's English and British champion. I fought Stephen Jones, the #1 at the 76 kilos. I beat him on points. I fought another lad called Anwar, who was the #10, and I wasn't even ranked. I fought Rick Barnhill, who fought Gago Drago a little while ago, and he got stopped with the knee, but it was a very good fight. What else I fought? Blimey. I fought another lad, I can't remember his name now, a French fella who's fought Cedric Muller and only just lost on points. And I fought a French amateur champion and beat him.
So you start with all the big names first,
I just
right?
went straight away. That was my first 20 fights, and I was like, wow, this game's hard.
Bring them on, huh?
Yeah,
Bring on
because
the
what happened was, anyone that I didn't fight, didn't have a name, I just knocked them out.
Wow.
So there wasn't really a fine line between who I should fight and who I shouldn't.
Wow.
So it was quite hard for me in the beginning.
Wow.
But now I'm getting there and I'm fighting good names and they're on par, and the fight's coming a lot better now for me.
Jay, I know you've got a lot of fans all over Britain and now increasingly all over Thailand. Anything you want to say to the fans before we go?
Yeah, just anyone who's ever come to watch me fight and comes up to me afterwards, even just a slight shake of the hand to say good fight, it means the world to me. Sometimes that's better than the fight money. Just to be somebody that I don't know to say, come on, it's a good fight, it just makes it all worthwhile. Brilliant. Just thanks to everyone that's ever come to see me fight, really.
Okay, mate, all the best to you. We hope to see you again in the ring soon. Good luck with your knee.
Nice
Back to training this afternoon, probably, right?
Yeah,
right?
definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, mate, take
Cheers.
care.
Thank you very
Bye-bye.
much.
See you, Jay. Bye.